So this is just a little video I wanted to do about Rose Vale Park, which is where I currently am for plane spotting. I can't recall ever seeing any other plane spotters around here. I'm just going to film whatever this next aircraft is coming in. I can just see it in the distance then, just to give you an idea of the shots you can get from this vantage point. It's a pretty cold day, it's March. I've only come out because there was an Etihad 777-200, which is quite rare at Manchester. I don't quite know what this is until he comes through the trees. I've not got a phone with flight radar on it. Oh, it's an EasyJet A320. So here he comes, he's on his final approach for runway 23. As he comes over. Oh, beautiful. Down into the trees. This is a pretty good spot. It's quite easy to park nearby. The one thing you've got to bear in mind is outside of spring and summer, in like the winter and autumn, even in the spring and summer, in the morning the sun is just going to be in your face all day. Until about lunchtime, so there's no point coming here in the morning because your pictures will all be backlit. Summertime in the afternoon and evening, this place is great. I've had some really good shots around here. Aircraft are still a little high up, but it is a cheaper alternative to the viewing park. It's better in some ways than the field behind Shadow Moss Farm because you can actually park up nearby, whereas that place is just crammed with taxi drivers parking on a bit that says permit holders only. The only things you've got to bear in mind around here is, one, you are opposite a children's play area. Now this bit between me and that play area is usually overgrown with vegetation in the summer, so you shouldn't have many problems, but just be wary, if you're stood around with a large camera, pointing it in the direction of a children's play area, probably isn't the most sensible thing in the world because people are understandably very concerned with child protection in the UK these days. Also, you do get dog walkers coming through here. It's like a dog walking trail, as you can see, nice path cut into the grass. Also, there's some schools nearby, so in the afternoon, when it's outside of the summer holidays, you might get a lot of people coming through here, so just beware if you get gangs of teenagers. This is probably one of the nicer parts of Wythenshawe, but again, just be wary if you see like a gang of teenagers in hoodies and that. Keep your wits about you. They probably won't do anything, but just in case they are a bunch of delinquents. There is another field just over the stream. I think this bit here where I'm stood's better because you're a bit further back and you can get better side-on shots, whereas the further you go over into that field, the aircraft are kind of more directly above you. It's useless, I think, for runway 5 ops where they're taking off in this direction because by the time they come over here they're already quite high up. If you've got a decent telephoto lens you might be able to make that work. I haven't, so if they're on runway 5 ops I wouldn't come down here. Got something else coming in now. We've got a Flybe-8. I'm pretty sure it's a Flybe-8. Problem with coming here in the afternoon is obviously Manchester Airport's most interesting and exotic traffic is in the morning, so you do get periods where it goes a bit quiet, but on nice summer days you can get all the stuff like the Thomas Cook and Thompson wide bodies, the Emirates A380s, Etihad, Qatar, other stuff that occasionally rotates in. We do have some pretty rare and interesting visitors come here. You're just about to come through the trees. You can usually spot aircraft quite a bit off in the distance if you keep your eyes peeled, so you'll know they're coming in. Here he comes now. There's also a railway line behind you, so just bear in mind that trains do go past quite often. You'll often hear as well, as they go past the aircraft, once they've gone past you, you sometimes hear the backdraft of their engines through the trees, which is quite cool. But yeah, this isn't such a bad place to go, so if you just Google Rose Vale Park, Heald Green, you should get an idea of where it is. And like I said, I just think it's a nice, cool little alternative spot. I've never seen any other plane spotters around here. So I hope if you watch this video, it gives you a new, useful little vantage point you can come to. I remember one year, 2014, coming here on a Sunday afternoon after finishing work. Sky was completely black over there, but the sun was behind me, and I got some really cool shots of a Ryanair 737. You know, normally I wouldn't care about Ryanair 737s. You've seen one, you've seen all of them, but it's just a really lovely photo. If you do park on some of the roads nearby, just, you know, bear in mind that there are houses. Try not to park in anyone's space. Try not to antagonise people if someone asks you to move. Probably better to just do it rather than argue with them. There's a lot of bits of road free that aren't outside anyone's house, which you can park on nearby. So yeah, hope this has been useful. This has been Ultimo Tiger freezing his butt off in Rose Vale Park, taking pictures of aeroplanes for all my fellow plane spotters.